You can see here in the diagram, this is the diagram that shows you the network of nerves running from the top of the body to the bottom of the body. You can see here the pink color and is the brain with which the spinal cord is connected. Then we have a network of nerves from the brain to the feet, and you can see all these in blue color. So in this way the nerves run inside our body. The human body has a network of nerves running throughout our body, and all these nerves are connected to each other. Now, what are nerves? Nerves are the bundles of fibers. As you have read earlier, fibers are the thread-like structures. So, these nerves are the bundles of fibers that are connected to each other, running throughout our body. These nerves can be called the receivers, means they receive the message from different parts of our body, and they also act as transmitters, means they send these messages to the brain through spinal cord for getting the order in order to give response to the outside world. So these nerves are called both the receivers and the transmitters of information that allow us to respond to the outside world. So all of you know we have 5 sense organs. How many sense organs do we have? We have 5 sense organs: eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin. From these 5 organs we are able to sense the outside world. With the eyes we are able to see the outside world. From the nose we are able to smell. From our ears we are able to listen to the outside world. From our tongue we are able to taste different dishes. From the skin we are able to feel the outside world. So all these organs are called sense organs, and these nerves convey the messages from the sense organs to the brain through spinal cord to get the order to response in a certain way. Now, there are 3 types of nerves present in our body: the sensory nerves, the motor nerves and the mixed nerve. We will discuss each one by one. At first, let's discuss the sensory nerves. These are the nerves that carry messages from the sense organs to the brain or spinal cord. So the sense organs sense the outside world and send these messages as to how we have to react to that feeling of the outside world. These sensory nerves send the messages, carry the messages from the sense organs to the brain or the spinal cord. After sensing the outside world, they send the messages to the brain or spinal cord to get orders from them as to how they have to react or respond. When we see anything, when we touch anything, the sensory nerves attached to these parts, they immediately send the message either to the spinal cord or to the brain, so that we can get the order from them and then we can react or respond to those things. Then we have the motor nerves. Now, what are the motor nerves? They carry orders from the brain. The sensory nerves, they were carrying messages from the sense organs. But the motor nerves, they carry orders from the brain or spinal cord to rest of the body. And when these sense organs, they receive the orders from the brain through the motor nerves, our sense organs respond in that way. After receiving messages from the sense organs through the sensory nerves, the spinal cord forwards these messages to the brain, and then the brain sends the response message through the spinal cord to motor nerves to carry out the action. The brain sends the order to the sense organs through the spinal cord, and then we respond to that thing. After receiving the order from the brain, the sense organs respond to the outside world accordingly. Now, the third type of nerve, that is the mixed nerves. They perform both the functions. That means they carry messages also and they carry the orders also. And all these functions are performed by the mixed nerves at one time only. They are composed of both sensory nerves and the motor nerves. They deliver messages in both directions at once, means they receive the message and they transmit the order. So, here in this diagram, you can locate the sensory nerve and the motor nerve. You can see here from the hands, or supposingly we are taking it the blue cable that is running from the hands to the brain through the spinal cord. If the sensory nerves are sending the messages to the brain, they will have to enter to the spinal cord, and then these messages are conveyed to the brain. And then after the brain receives the message, the brain sends the response backward, and then we react to the outside world. Here you can see the blue fibers, they represent the sensory nerves. That means they are sending the messages to the brain, and the red fibers that you can see in the diagram are the motor nerves that take the order and reach the order to the muscles to respond to the outside world. Here I have drawn a diagram to simplify these nerves. As you can see over here, in the sensory nerves, we have brain, spinal cord and the sense organs. What is going on over here? These sense organs, they are sending the messages to the spinal cord. The spinal cord sends the message to the brain. So this function carries out by the sensory nerves. Then after the brain has received the message, the motor nerves work. How? You can see over here, you can see the direction of the arrow, the pointer. The pointer now is running from the brain to the spinal cord and then finally to our sense organs. The brain sends the order to the sense organs through the spinal cord, and then our sense organs react accordingly. Then we have the mixed nerves which do both the work. They are sending the messages as well as they are receiving the order at one go only. So this was all about the different types of sensory nerves. In the next video, we shall discuss about the reflex action and memory. Thank you.